Hello students, welcome to Web Technologies online classes. Today I am going to explain about the concept of CSS. Today our concept is CSS. CSS is nothing but cascading style sheets. If you want to apply some styles to your web page, for that we can use CSS styles. CSS concept is very useful concept. If you want to represent your website with more effectiveness, for that we can use CSS styles. Already in the last class I have explained about the difference between normal HTML web page and also along with CSS HTML web page. The differences, images also I have shown. So based on that only, you please understand and you please concentrate on this concept. So CSS completely belongs to some predefined styles we have. If you want to apply any styles by using CSS, it is very more effectiveness page we will represent on the screen. Now in this session, what is the syntax of CSS, how we can use, so all those things we can see in this session. Now let us start this session. Okay. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Here I have a definition. Here for your understanding purpose I given a small definition for the CSS. All of you please carefully read the selected text. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is a simply designed language. It is simply designed language intended to simplify the process of making web pages presentable. Simplify the process of making web pages presentable. CSS allows you to apply styles. CSS allows you to apply styles to web pages. So actually the complete CSS belongs to only styles. CSS technique is, CSS concept is, what are the properties we have under the CSS? All are completely belongs to styles only. So without CSS, if you develop any website, so that website is completely pure HTML website. So it is completely, for your understanding purpose, I would like to show one image. Already I have shown in the previous classes. And first we need to connect the internet to my laptop through my mobile phone. Now it is connecting. Yeah, it has connected. Now I am opening my Chrome window. Just wait, it is opening. Yeah, normal image and CSS image. Yeah, Bahubali is the best example. Yeah, this is the best example. Without CSS, our HTML web pages looks like this image, left side image. Okay, but with CSS, the website is looks like this colorful image. Here some colorful background and colorful all colors applied now. So nothing but if you want to represent a website, with more effectiveness, with a lot of colors and the colorful website if you want to represent on the screen, then for that we can use the CSS. So without CSS, if you develop any website by using pure HTML, so the image is, the website is looks like this. Okay, with the CSS, right side image, without CSS, left side image. Now you can understand now. So nowadays, software industries recommending with CSS styles. So without CSS, we can't represent the website is very colorful website and very effective websites we can't design. So compulsory we have to design by using CSS only. If you want to apply any style for that, if you want to apply any website for that, CSS is very betterful choice. And CSS is easy to learn and understand. CSS is simply we can learn and also simply we can understand, but it provides powerful control over the presentation of an HTML document. And next we have the advantages, but before looking the advantages, now we have to see the syntax about the CSS. We have to see the syntax of about CSS. A CSS rule set contains a selector and a declaration block. Carefully observe here. Here H1 is a selector. How we have to use that one? For that one, new window I am opening. For the H1 purpose, I am writing styles. For the H1 purpose, I am writing styles. So simply we can write the CSS for the H1 element. So here H1 is a selector. H1 is a selector. In CSS we can call an element is a selector. Now just opening one bracket and closing one bracket. In between these two brackets, now I am using. Now first we have to see the syntax. Selector space one bracket open and one bracket close, like a C language block. Okay, here selector is nothing but an element, an HTML element. HTML elements, what are the HTML elements we have? What are the tags? If you use it in the previous classes, already used it in the previous classes. H1 is one element, and also paragraph is also one element, and some body tag is also one of the element. Like that, number of HTML tags we have. So for that we can use, so each and every HTML element is called as a selector in the CSS. Here we just give the, instead of selector, we just give the one HTML tag. So for that tag we have to we are writing the styles here. So for that tag we are writing the styles. Now in that opening bracket and closing bracket, we have the property and value pairs. Now property colon value semicolon. So this is the syntax of CSS. So here selector is one of the HTML element, and for that particular element we are writing the styles. So here how can you write? Based on the syntax of property and value pair. Okay, property and value pair. If you want to apply more properties and with more values, then simply we can use the one next line we have to write. And property, here property 1 value 1 based on that syntax. And next property 2 colon. If you want to assign any value, for that colon symbol is required here in the CSS. So instead of using while developing HTML page without CSS, if you want to assign any value for the property, for that attribute, we can use the is equal symbol. But instead of is equal symbol in CSS, we can use the colon symbol. We can use the colon symbol. So here, if you want to separate from previous property to present property, here two properties we have. So first property is this one and second property is this one. How you can separate from first property to second property? By using semicolon only. And if you want to write in single line all properties, then looks like this is also one of the process. So if you want to write in a single line all properties, then you have to write, no problem, you can write like this. But for your properly understandable purpose, properly reading purpose, we just use in multiple lines. For the first property single line and the second property next line. If you want to apply more styles, for that more properties, if you want to apply for this selector, and you can write one more property also. So like that, similarly you can use number of properties and number of properties and number of values. So if you want to apply for the property, if you want to apply any value to property, for that we can use one colon symbol. If you want to assign any value to property, so in that case we can use the colon symbol. But if you want to separate from one property to other property, semicolon symbol is very useful. Semicolon symbol we can use. So that is the syntax here. Now I am writing one example. H1 is the element, nothing but a selector. In CSS, in HTML, all tags are called elements, but in CSS, all tags are called selectors. So here I am giving one example. Already syntax over. Syntax is over. Now H1 is one element, nothing but one selector. So after that, one bracket opening and one bracket is closing. So for this H1 element, I am writing the styles. Now I want to represent a red color with H1 tag, with H1 element. So color colon red. So here red is the value, color is the property. So by using colon symbol, I can assign the value to property. And now I am separating with semicolon. Here I want to apply one more property. For that, simply I am using semicolon symbol to separate from one property to other property. Okay, right. And next, background. Background hyphen color. Background hyphen color. COLOR. So colon symbol and text color is red. Background color is blue. Blue I am applying. So these two properties I am applying. First property is color colon red and second property is background hyphen color colon blue. So background color is blue. So in HTML, if you want to apply background color, for that BG color attribute is very useful. And where we have to apply that one? In the body tag. But here, if you want to apply any element color for the background, for that we can use the background hyphen color. Background hyphen color. This is CSS property, not an HTML property. It is a CSS property. So if you want to apply any color for the particular element, for that we can use the background hyphen color attribute. And this is also called a property here. In CSS we can call property. In HTML we can call attribute. Understand? And semicolon symbol also I given here at the end of. Okay. Now I am. And this is the example, that is the property. And here I given that diagram only. While reading time, you please observe everything. And selector. Selector indicates the HTML element. Selector indicates the HTML element you want to style. Selector indicates the HTML element you want to style. It could be any tag like h1, title, etc. Nothing but here selectors are nothing but all HTML tags we can use as a selectors. All HTML tags like a paragraph tag, like a h1 tag, and also some body tag and some image tags. So all those HTML tags we can use as a selectors in the CSS. Understand? Next, carefully observe here. A CSS rule set contains a selector and declaration block, and this is a selector and this is declaration block, and here this is a selector. H1 is a selector here. So in this selector place we can use all HTML tags. So for that we can use the different styles. So after bracket opening and bracket closing, in between how many statements you have written, so all those statements, all those are called declaration block. All those are called declaration block. In that declaration block we have the syntax like this. One is property 1 and also property 2. So here I given one diagram now. So all of you carefully observe. Color colon yellow and semicolon, font hyphen size colon 11 pixels. So these two are properties. These two are properties. So declaration block contains properties and values. The declaration block can contain one or more declarations separated by semicolon. For the above example, there are two declarations. One is color colon yellow, font hyphen size is 11 pixels. So if you want to separate from one property to another property, one semicolon symbol we can use in between. Okay. So color is the property, yellow is the value. So if you want to assign any value for the property, colon symbol we can use. Like that, if you want to apply one more property, so compulsory one semicolon symbol we need to use. After that we can write one more property and colon. After that, that value we can assign like this. So this is second property here and this is first property here for the h1 element. So all of you please concentrate on this. So each declaration contains a property name and value separated by colon. Just now I told you. And property is a type of attribute of HTML element. It could be color, border, etc. And value is nothing. Values are assigned to CSS properties. In the above example, value yellow is assigned to color a property. To color property. And CSS selectors are used to select the content you want to style. And now we have to see the advantages. Now we have to see the advantages. CSS saves time. The CSS is advantages of CSS. The first advantage is it saves time. If you want to use CSS, it will give the some time. I mean, say it will save the time. Because of how it will save the time. Now I am opening one notepad window, and here I am writing one code. Doc type HTML, and after that the root element is HTML, closing HTML tag, and after that head tag and also head closing tag. Head closing tag. Here title tag I am giving. The program title is what right now? CSS. Okay, so that's why given the title is CSS. So after that, okay, normally, okay, right. And here now I am using one h1 tag. This is heading 1, closing h1. Next, one more h1 tag. This is heading 2. Okay, this is heading 2. heading 2, but size is h1 size, understand, but size is h1 tag. Here I am using the paragraph tag. This is sorry okay, HTML, and second one is this is hypertext markup language, and one more paragraph I am using. You please concentrate on code only. This is, and this is heading 2 is then CSS. This is cascading style sheet, cascading style sheets, right? Now the program code is over. I am saving right now. Now on the desktop I am saving css.html. Save as type is all files. Now I am minimizing this one. Now I am clicking on the CSS to run the HTML file. So all of you carefully observe here, HTML, CSS, two headings. This is hypertext markup language and this is cascading style sheets. And now I am minimizing this one. Again I am coming to the code. Now I am applying one property. Now I am applying one attribute, color. Color equal to red. Color equal to red. Now I am minimizing this one. Now I am refreshing. So it is not changed. It has not changed. Why? Okay. I think font tag we need to apply. How to change the heading color? How can I change the H1 tag color? Okay, leave it. Now I am here. I want to change the first heading color. Here I want to change the first heading color. For that, one more tag I am using, font hyphen color. Font hyphen color. Font color equal to red, and font tag is also need to close. Okay, now I am saving this one. Again I am refreshing the page. So all of you carefully observe here, HTML word is changed to red color now, because of that is heading. So now I want to represent that heading is with red color. So that's why here I have used font tag with the attribute of color. So here I applied only for the H1 element. For the H1 element. But if you want to apply for the H1 elements, if you want to apply for all HTML elements, CSS is very useful. So it is a writing a burden, it is the burden now. If you want to write for all H1 tags to change the color, so this much code you need to write for always. You need to write always. So here carefully observe the screen. Here the first heading it has changed because of you applied that style only, you applied that color only for the H1 tag. But now I want to apply this H1 also. How many H1 tags we have here? 2 H1 tags. So now I want to change all H1 tags. Now I want to change all H1 tags with red color. So here also, if you want to change the red color, here also you need to apply one more font tag and color equal to red. You need to write extra code. You need to write. So to avoid this type of burdens, so for each and every element, if for each and every element, you have to write for the colors. You have to apply the properties like this. So now I want to change here. Now I want to change all h1 tags. So for that we can use the CSS style. So in between style tag, we can write the styles in the header section only. Carefully observe, in the header section. Here for the h1 tag, I am opening and I am closing. So here CSS syntax rule I am applying. Carefully observe. For the h1 tag, now I am removing this one. Whatever the font tag I used it before, I am removing that one with color also. Simply I am writing the h1 tag for the HTML, and for the CSS also h1 tag I have used it here. And here uniquely I am writing in the style tag in the head section. So here color colon red. So this is one property, and background is also I am applying. Background hyphen color colon blue is the one more property. So end of the line, one semicolon must and should be required. Then only it will show the differentiate between from first property to second property. And now I am saving this file again. So here if you write like this, all h1 elements will change with the red color. Now I am refreshing the page. So the background color has applied with the blue property, and also text color has changed with the red color. Now have you understood now? So because of this reason, once you write the code here, by using style tag for the particular element, so in that case all elements it will change automatically with these properties. What are the properties I have given here? Color equal to red. So text color it will change the red color, and background color is also it can apply with the blue color. So all h1 elements, internally all h1 elements by itself it can, automatically it can apply with these properties. So like that we have saved the time. If you haven't write this code, if you haven't write this much code in your program, so for every element you need to write for the style. For every element you need to write styles. So that is the burden for every element. To write the code for every element, it is a burden process. So to avoid this burden process, CSS is very useful choice. Because of CSS, once you write the code, so that all properties can apply with the web page. Where we have to here 2 times I have used it. So if I use it 2 times, then 2 times it can change. If I use it one more time, so that can also it can apply. That can also it can apply. So h1 here JavaScript I am using. JavaScript. So this is also can apply with the background color with blue, and also text color with red. So here this is JavaScript. So this is paragraph. So again I am refreshing the page. Here one more h1 element I added now. So that one is also it can apply like this. Sorry, here I haven't closed the h1 tag, so that's why paragraph tag is also applied like that. So now I am saving this one. Again I am refreshing the page. Carefully observe. So third heading is also applied with same properties. Once you write the code in the head section by using style tag, in between style tag, opening and closing tag, whatever the CSS properties you have written, so all properties can apply for the same elements. So here I applied only h1 tag. So where in this complete web page, how many times you used h1 tag? So for all h1 tags applied with these properties only. Understand? So that is the process of CSS. So that is the first advantage. CSS saves time. You can write CSS once and then reuse same sheet in the multiple HTML pages. You can define a style for each HTML element and apply it to a many web pages. Here I have here I have written here only in the head section. But H1, first H1 also it is using, and second H1 is also it is using, third H1 is also it is using. Similar to, if you want to separate this code into some other file and you can link in the CSS HTML file. So this same properties, if you want to apply some other document also, simply you can apply by using link tag. So in the external CSS, I will explain while explaining time the CSS external files. So in that time, I will explain about the external CSS file, how to write the CSS code into some other file and how to save with the .css extension, and after that how we can link with the present document. So everything I will explain in the types of CSS. So here you please concentrate on CSS syntax, what it is happened. Okay. So CSS save time is, one of the best advantage. And next, pages loaded faster. If you are using CSS, you do not need to write. Here I selected some text. Please concentrate on that. Pages load faster. So that is second advantage for the CSS. If you are using CSS, you do not need to write HTML tag attributes every time. If you are using CSS, you do not need to write HTML tag attributes every time. Just write one CSS rule of a tag and apply it to all occurrences of the tag. So less code means faster development, faster download times. So here what are the properties I have applied in the, carefully observe, here I applied in the single line. So all properties I applied in the single line. Understand? So here if you write like this by using CSS syntax, if you write like this, then all H1 elements can easily adopt this entire code. So here one time, second time, third time I use it in web page. So in 3 times the H1 elements can take these properties and represent on the screen by using these properties. So if you haven't used this one, for the each and every H1 element you need to write the code, this entire code for every time. So compulsory you need to use the CSS to save the time, to load the faster. If you write the entire code here also, and second heading also, third heading also, 3 lines of code, extra code you need to write. But if you write in this, if you write here only, then all H1 tags adopt these all properties and will execute while executing time. So it will save the time and it can load the faster, because of here less code na. Without writing for every element, here simply we have to configure at one time only. So each and every element it can adopt all properties and pick the properties from the style tag only. Okay. In this place, here from here onwards it will take the all properties and it will assign for the H1 elements. How many times here? 3 times. 3 times it can use it these properties while executing time. So because of that reason the pages load faster, because of less code we have now. Once you have write the code, so all properties, all elements, all H1 elements adapting all those properties at a time now while executing time, single time. If you write once, then those properties will adapt to the these elements, H1 elements. Here 3 times I use the H1 elements. So 3 times it is collecting that information from the head section now. So that is the process of, in that case the all tags properties here we haven't used it now. Save time is once you write the code, so these all properties can assign with all these H1 tags. So if you haven't write this tag, so this entire properties you need to write every time for the H1 element to show the universal look. Okay, to show the universal look you need to write for these all properties for the H1 tag. Here also you need to write, and here also you need to write, here also you need to, nothing but 3 times you need to write according to this web page. So that is burden process. So to avoid that type of burdens, we need to use CSS properties in the head section. So that is saves time and also loading faster and every easy maintenance. And the third advantage is easy maintenance. Carefully concentrate on selected text. To make a global change, simply change the style and all elements in all web pages will be updated automatically. So now I want to change this color. I mean here red color is not suitable. So now I want to change red color. Instead of red color, I am applying green color. I am applying green color. So simply I changed it one time here. So all H1 tags will change automatically. Once you update everything in the CSS syntax, the page will reflect by automatically. So all of you carefully observe here, the HTML is showing with green color, na? CSS is also showing green color. So JavaScript is also showing with the green color only. Like that we have to write the code. So it is easy maintenance. Once you change the code, at CSS property, then whatever the elements we have used, those all elements, related elements, it will change automatically. So that is easy maintenance. And superior styles to HTML. CSS has a much wider array of attributes than HTML. Actually, compared to HTML, CSS properties are very huge amount of properties we have. So you can give a far better look to your HTML web page in comparison to HTML attributes. But if you use the pure HTML by using some attributes, the web page is not very effectiveness. We are not showing very effectiveness. But if you use the CSS styles, because of CSS content huge amount of properties and values. So if you use that CSS properties, that is very better look it will give for the websites. Next, comparison, multiple devices compatibility. Style sheets allow content to be optimized for more than one type of device. By using the same HTML document, different versions of website can be presented for handheld devices such as PDA and cell phones, or for printing. If you use CSS styles, multiple devices compatibility is also, it can support by the CSS. Nothing but mobile phones, laptop screens and desktop screens, and also some tablets. So these all are different resolution we have, different screen sizes we have. So mobile content this type of screen, okay, and tablet content some big size of screen, and laptop screen content around 17 inches, 16 inches or 14 inches. So like that it can show. So those sizes also the CSS can support. So that's why it is called multiple devices compatibility is also multiple devices compatibility is also supported by the CSS. And next one, global web standards. Please concentrate on this selected text. Now HTML attributes are being deprecated and it is being recommended to use CSS. Actually, some HTML attributes are removed from the versions. Deprecated, tolagincharu వీటిని because of CSS has providing some extra features. So nowadays without CSS we can't develop any websites. So compulsory, if you want to develop any colorful website, in that case we can use the CSS. So compared to HTML attributes, CSS properties and values are very useful, because of here some huge amount of properties we have to represent a good website. But without CSS, if you want to represent a website with pure HTML, that is not colorful website, not effective look, it will not show. Understand? So that's why global standards can recommend it with CSS only. Without CSS you can't develop the website. And according to your education purpose, if you need, then you can develop, because of that is not using at anywhere. Just simply you can develop, you can see the output, because of that is the education process. But while coming to the real-time projects, compulsory the website must and shouldly to show the very effective look. Then only users can interact, users can satisfy. When they can open the website, immediately they will get some mind relaxation with the look. If you give the more with if you develop the website with more colors, with thick colors, then immediately when opening the user that website, the user mindset will change by using by looking your colors, whatever the colors you have developed, so that all colors that effectiveness is differently, then user will not satisfy. So here user is nothing but the website is developing what purpose? For the business purpose na. So each and every user, if the who can interact with the website, so those persons compulsory they need to get some peace of mind while when they look the website, when they open the website. So for that some plain colors, so you need to use. So for that, so all those properties can applicable only with the CSS. CSS contains number of properties, number of values. So by using CSS we are very effective websites we have to develop. So that CSS is also global standards approved. Global standards approved. So without CSS you can't develop the website. If you develop, then that is a normal website, no one will see. Understand? So that is the advantage. Those are the advantages. How many advantages we have? First one is saves time and pages load faster. Second advantage. Third advantage is easy maintenance. And fourth advantage is superior styles to HTML. And fifth advantage is multiple devices compatibility. Sixth is global web standards. So these all are advantages. In this class, what is CSS, what is the syntax of CSS, why we need to use the CSS, and what are the advantages of CSS, I have completed. Okay, in the next class different types of selectors concept I will explain. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much. Today I am going to closing this session.